are live coming here with a brand new, dare I say it, BMFEP podcast show. I'm your host, Trevor, and tonight we are joined by Alex. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are coming here, episode 14, Vets, New Threats. Alex, episode 14, Sydney and Turbo go in. We finally get a little change up. What do we think? Opening thoughts.
I think this is a good episode. I
Okay.
liked it. I think it was also, at the same time, kind of a missed opportunity of an episode. Like, that's what just kept going through my mind. I was like, it's pretty enjoyable. It's solid. It's borderline good. But I think, I think we had a chance for it to be really be great, particularly, like, if there would have been a little bit more drama in the voting, if people would have, I hate the fucking coin flip. If we would have had something else happen there, and then if the elimination would have been better. And again, I didn't hate the elimination. I just think you had two good teams in there, and it was probably the best elimination matchup just on paper that we've had maybe all season. And we get something where, like, if we would have had a headbanger, I think this goes from like a B episode, B minus, to like an A minus. So I don't know. I didn't hate it. I just felt like it was a bit of a missed opportunity.
Well, I think, and I don't want to jump all the way to the elimination already. We've already done a backwards episode. But I feel like when one person is automatically just like not doing anything during the elimination and just kind of getting pulled up, I think it's already like, I like kind of a teamwork thing in partner eliminations. Like it felt like just one person went up. And they had to do something and grab puzzle pieces. Like I just felt like it was kind of pointless for the elimination. So I don't know if there was a better way where we could have just eliminated that and just had somebody grab 35 cannonballs and the other person was the person who had to solve the puzzle. Like, I don't know. And like that was the only person who could solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge later on in the episode. But yeah, I just thought tonight, I think a B is a fair score for tonight's episode. I actually thought it was kind of enjoyable for most of it. We had a great kind of drama. Nani kind of got a grenade thrown on her, and we kind of had an explosion. And Will also had an explosion with Nani, but like, but yeah, I mean, it was just, it was a solid episode. B, just the B.
Yeah, I think it was solid, and it's kind of in line with the past few weeks, but I feel like the past few weeks, I didn't watch them thinking like, oh, I wish this would have happened to make it much better. Like, I don't know. I think the blueprint was here tonight for it to be a lot better than it was. But that being said, still liked it, and I think we still have a good BMFE pod to kind of go through tonight.
So yeah, let's address this elephant in the room. Obviously, no Andy tonight. Where the fuck is he? He's gone 0 dark 30, has not texted us all day. Should we call for help? Like, I'm actually kind of nervous.
I think we're good for now. We'll see if he's here in an hour and 8 minutes.
Do you have his location?
I see we got the chat going. Yeah, it says he's in Chile.
Okay, get out of here. Can I give him a FaceTime and see? How
No.
about just one FaceTime? No FaceTime?
All right, you can try it.
All right, we'll do one live FaceTime. I have no idea if he's going to answer. Knowing him, he's probably not going to answer. But
make sure he knows we're live to tape.
Calls been made.
Mikey the doctor says, about time we didn't see Theo from 1 to 10. I give it a thumbs up. I see on a 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 2 stars, 2.5 out of 5.
Uh-oh. I'm giving him a call. What? I got him live. We're live on the pod. What is going? Look at that smirk.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We're live right now in front of the audience.
All right. Do you want me to join the restream?
No. You tell us where you're at right now.
Well, I want to join the restream to tell the people.
God, it's pouring outside. You're literally walking. Taco Bell. I mean, come on, give me a little. I mean, this is just absurd right now.
What is going on?
Oh God.
God.
Oh God. And I mean, Mikey the Doctor's writing in the chat. Did we get the classic Andy falling asleep?
We did not get the Andy falling asleep. We got the Andy getting pulled into work stuff that he was not anticipating.
This is work. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on.
God. All right, we'll hop in the restream. I might add you in. We'll see. If you want to tell the story, we'll go from there.
It's a hand up kind of story.
All right. Well, join soon. We'll see if we have time to add you at the end.
Understandable.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
GG Buffon. All right. I don't know. I'm even more curious of where he was at.
None of that makes sense.
No, I mean, he said he had work. Does he know this is work?
I mean, it kind of goes along with the theme of a couple weeks ago when he said, "Look at the palm trees," and they were just normal trees.
I think he's more sober in the palm trees than that right now. But all right, let's just dive right in. Tonight's episode, pre-daily, some foreshadowing with Leo, Jake. Nothing too crazy. How about Will and Nani?
Oh, was this the part of the episode where they were kind of in the gym?
Yes.
Nani is fucking nuts.
God, she is nuts.
Jeez.
Like,
what was the line? She was like, "Oh, you're such a big kid," and then she kind of smiled to herself, and then she leaned in, and then didn't she give him a little whisper? And she was like, "You're a big kid, but you fuck me like a man." She's nuts.
Nani is insane. I mean, people forget her and Casey were a thing last season.
God, people do forget that.
God. Wait, surely they're still together, right?
Come on.
Speaking of relationships, who is the longest challenge relationship? Surely it's not like Zach and Jenna with 4 kids.
I think it's still Zach and Jenna for now.
For sure.
Until Brooke resurfaces.
Who? God. All right. So yeah, nothing too crazy, anything. Kind of been the first 8 minutes of every episode this season. Kind of nothing really. So let's go to the daily. It's a puzzle. What else is new? Essentially, you're solving this puzzle, which had a bunch of like math equations, and whatever the math equation was, if the answer was 5,000, you swim out, you go to your lock, you type in 5,000, you get your puzzle pieces, and you come back and solve the puzzle. Pretty basic challenge, nothing too crazy with that. I have to ask you one thing, and what I'm actually kind of confused with.
Okay.
Some of those math problems was like 48 times 24 plus 50 plus 30 or whatever it was. Corey couldn't even solve 9 times 3.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if they're on that season?
I mean, I think they're still there. Corey and Nicole. They couldn't do 9 times 3. They couldn't even count the number of triangles on the thing. Yeah, they were clueless. I think like this was an interesting daily with the math equation because, like, to your point, I'm not saying like the what they were doing, like 35 times 20 or 12, whatever it was, like that should be doable for the average adult human being. But you at least, like most people, that type of equation aren't going to be able to just solve it in their head.
Correct.
Whereas the other kind we get are the ones where it's like 9 times 3 and you can literally like do it without doing anything. And so when you give an equation like that to these idiots, it's like they're doing rocket science. Like I think that was just one of my favorite parts of the daily was seeing them struggle with the math. I think Olivia at one point said, like, what do you do if it's a 0? Do you cross out the 0? At one point they were counting on fingers, I think 9 plus 8. Like, these people are just so stupid. So when you get like a 2-digit number times another 2-digit number, they're just kind of clueless.
You know, we're both rednecks from Indiana. Um, do they not teach this math other places? Because I feel like some of these math problems are so easy, and I feel like the high school I went to, being from Hicktown, Indiana, like how can we solve these so easily?
I mean,
It's
I
not
don't
like
know.
our high schools had like passwords that were like the mascot's name, and if you hacked it or whatever, guessing the password, like
Watch it. Watch it. So did you like the daily?
um it was fine. It's just like another fine. Like I
Yeah.
think I like to honestly, I like the swimming out to like unlock something, but when you bring the double puzzle, it just sucks. And this goes like I think the daily looks worse as it this episode aged on because we got two puzzles this entire episode. A puzzle for the elimination and a puzzle for the daily.
Well, yeah. Well, we kind of got three because there's two in the daily.
True. Yeah. So
We,
three.
we had the rare do a puzzle in order to unlock puzzle pieces and then do another puzzle.
Yeah, it was a puzzle within a puzzle.
I mean, that was just wild. I think I was trying to think like I didn't have. I feel like we oftentimes come on here with a quick, simple fix for the daily to make it like 5 times better. I don't know what that would be for this one. I mean, the main thing would be like to not have two puzzles, but
Yeah,
then
but I don't know what you solve. It almost like, but here's the other thing: these puzzles, can they be something more fun? Like it just looks so stupid. Like give me something where it's like putting challenge seasons in order, or some.
yeah.
Give me like people who've been on the show like the longest season from most to least, or something like that. At least, like I don't know. It's just to me, it's just
Or just
boring.
it's some sort of spin on it, some sort of thing where like only one person can move the pieces, but the other person has to go get them and they can direct them or something, or you can steal people's puzzle pieces, something like that. Like to your point, like the final puzzle where they were sticking the little things in the squares, like it was the perfect amount of like as viewers we could kind of tell what the goal was, but you can't like see every piece and see the whole thing to know like exactly where they should be putting it in. So for us watching, it's basically like you have no interest. You're just kind of seeing whoever can stick them all in there. You don't know if people are kind of thinking of it the right way, the wrong way. You just have like barely enough idea to know what the goal is, but not
Mhm.
enough idea to like actually see what's going on as they're doing it.
Yeah, it just, and I hate to say it, it's just so fucking lazy. It really is. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
I think this daily was just like a move the chains daily. It wasn't terrible. It was fine. It was fine. We have 8 teams left, so it is what it is. Were you
All right.
surprised? Let's talk about like the standings, right? So Michaela and Cedric win.
Yep.
Um, I wasn't too surprised by them. I feel like basically at this point, any team besides Anissa and Jake can win a daily. And they're like a smart, calm under pressure team. They win. I think Nustin got second. They've kind of been on a
Can
bender
we,
lately.
can we talk about that team? Are they
Underrated.
are they good?
I think they're officially good.
I mean, I'm shocked. Like, I think if we looked back at the power rankings, what we had Anissa probably last, still remaining, and
Hmm.
then Nani probably, right?
Yeah, they're probably the worst team off of those rankings at the time. Yeah, besides
Besides,
Neeson. Yeah,
yeah, like I don't know, man.
they're kind of good.
They're sneaky good.
And then the
Don't sleep on DR's power rankings.
come on,
Tell
uh,
bring on the segment next season.
and then the
DR's
last.
segment.
I thought it was nugget, like the steak nuggets.
God, have you tried those steak nuggets? They're
Oh,
so
they're
bad.
terrible. They're
They're,
so bad.
it kind of tastes like a cheap steak. I think Adam Mito said he was going to try, but never did.
That sounds like him. All
God.
talk, no
And I
action.
try all the food items that he tries. Remember when I got Adam was like, "Oh, you should get Beato's Pizza in Pittsburgh, where they don't cook it. It's like the shredded cheese on top." I mean,
Did you
I
get
got
it?
it. Of course, I got it.
Wait, so is it like a Lunchable?
It was damn near 100% a Lunchable. It was a Lunchable. It was a big boy Lunchable.
It's like a
according to-
restaurant serving a Lunchable.
Yes, it was kind of smirky.
Jesus.
So yeah, that was hilarious. If anybody has good recommendation for food in Pittsburgh, if you know a good spot, don't give me like Primanti's or some bullshit like that. Give me like an actual food item. I'll go try it. I'll record myself eating it, and I'll put it on the pod next week. Maybe that'll be a segment. Trevor's fast food review.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
God. So, all right. So yeah, people sleeping on
On
Justin
nothing.
and Nani. Yeah. Justin and Nani. So last place, Lashley. Like
Yeah.
kind of I mean, this team, they were due for a last place finish, I feel like.
I think so. I just think like the thing that I was kind of thinking as they were in last place, who got last week? Was it who did Theo and Adrian beat last week?
I was gonna say D and Derek, but it wasn't them. It was holy shit. Why am I blanking? Wait, I got this. D and Derek. Wasn't them.
Oh, it was Lamerica.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I feel like especially now that Lamerica's gone, like I don't know, like I was kind of surprised by that Leo and Ashley getting last, but I think my thought was like Anissa and Jake are the one, like we said, they're the one bad team here. So I guess I'm surprised that like they weren't last. But aside from that, like every other team I think can win a daily and lose a daily. So like at the end of the day, somebody has to get last. And Leo and Ashley, I think, like you said, are probably due for a last place just because Ashley is the perfect type of competitor who they can win a daily and lose a daily. Like she panics under pressure. That's kind of her thing. And they just had this like weird daily where like the cold water was affecting some people way more than others. And they just kind of faltered and couldn't hold up. And I don't know. I think if they do 10 other kinds of dailies, that other teams are going to get last, other teams are going to get first. And I just think like as a collective cast, all the teams are pretty close together. Even like Turbo and Sydney, who we'll get into later a little bit more, like they were kind of the number one on our power rankings, and like they haven't looked that great the past few weeks. So I think they're all kind of close together there.
Can I ask you this? With 8 teams left, how many teams left?
Now 7 after tonight.
7 teams left. That we'll even go back 8. Is this the most even it's ever been with 8 teams left? Like there's no, like, you know, every season you feel like you kind of know like the top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like still, I feel like this is very even.
I think so.
Maybe it's just recency bias. It could be recency bias, but I just feel like everybody has like. I wish our betting expert Andy was on tonight so he could give us betting odds. But like everybody's plus money. Nobody is even close to minus money.
No. I think the closest thing you were to that was a few weeks ago with Turbo, but I guess then there would have been more teams, and they've not looked as good. And
Correct.
I don't know. I mean, I think we have 7 teams left now. And if the elephant in the room does go home next week, you look at those final 6 teams. It'd be Turbo Sydney, Yermi and Vive, Justin Nani, Olivia and Will, Theo Adrian, whoever the fuck the last team is. Like they're all Cedric and Michaela. Those are all good teams, and they're all close together. And you could probably come up with some sort of like half season rankings to like actually put them in an order. But I think like 6 could beat 1 could beat 6. Like I think it really could be anywhere close. We just got to trim the last kind of piece of fat that's there.
Can I ask you this though? And you talked about the elephant in the room. Is Anissa in a good spot?
She's in a decent spot.
But who's going to vote her in? Because right now, one side of the house is going to vote Theo automatically, and they have her on their side, so she's going to listen to everything they say for the time being.
Yeah.
So she's at least safe for one more episode. Like unless she finishes last. Obviously that's the Achilles heel. But if she doesn't finish last, she's not getting voted in.
Yeah. I think she's in a good spot. And honestly, at this point, there's 7 teams left, and there's probably 4 making the final. So like, I don't think it's crazy unrealistic if they find a way there.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the last thing you mentioned is probably the most important thing about like there's probably 3 more dailies.
Yeah.
There's a really, really good chance she could get last. There's a really, really good chance she could get last. And I know we say that collectively everybody's kind of close together, and they are. But if you're going into any given daily and guessing like who has the highest probability of getting last place, like it still has to be them.
I mean, now you're to the point where whoever wins the daily, though, your side of the house is getting voted in.
Yeah.
Which is kind of insane. And something I was going to bring up, and let's just kind of go into the next part, which was the voting tonight. Obviously, Theo tried to throw that little wrinkle of Nani, but I want to talk about how the thing that kind of bothers me, and I don't know, I was just thinking about it. Do you think the winning team should have a vote?
I think they should.
I just feel like you're just safe. That's it. Like there's really no immunity or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're kind of in that portion of the episode. So let's just talk about kind of the way it unfolds. What's up?
Nothing.
What?
I just didn't know you were going to repeat the rules, Casey.
Well, no, I'm just saying, at this point, it's the first time this season where, and they did some foreshadowing before the daily because there's basically 8 teams left. And so they do the math because the alliance was basically 5-3. So they know that if part of that alliance is first and last in the daily, it's going to be 3-3. That's exactly what happens. And to your original question, like, I think at the very least, I think the winning team should get if they don't get a vote, guess what? They get the tiebreaker vote. Like that should absolutely be what happens instead of a fucking coin flip. I think whenever it can even be like a little bit incentivized for somebody not to win a daily, I think that's stupid. I think every team should want to win. Like, and I get it, you still get the safety, so like there is incentive to still win, but for them to just be removed from the voting, I think is just so stupid. And I was trying to think, like, has that ever happened?
I don't
Has that ever
think so.
happened? I don't know if it has.
I just feel like I don't know. It's just very interesting to me.
Because usually,
this route.
yeah, usually it's like the winning team sometimes will pick the other team that goes into elimination. Sometimes the loser of the daily doesn't matter, so it'll be like on Fresh Meat 2, I think, which is probably why Andy's not here. On Fresh Meat 2, I think it was there's no loser, but then the winner picks one team, and then the whole other house votes in. So it's like the winning. There's always been like a lot of incentive to win, and I don't know. I think it was so stupid that like they're still doing the fucking coin flip for a tiebreaker. It's
I mean, the coin flip is ridiculous at this point. I mean, also that shot that we get of the coin too. I mean, clearly it was reenacted. There's no way you got that good of a shot with your camera. TJ throwing it perfectly. Come on, let's give it a break. Also, this has been the second Tails 2-0 for Tails, 3-0 for Tails.
Well, is it the same, to your point about it being fake, reenacted? Is it the same exact footage?
Double-sided coin.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm just
throwing
it out there. I don't know. Could be. Yeah, the coin is absolutely ridiculous. Didn't the coin win a fantasy league in the league?
No. So before the coin flip, before we get to the actual tie, what did you think about Theo's little move? Which was basically like, I'm going to put Nani kind of on the spot, and she knows that if she doesn't say Yermin Aviv, it's going to be a tiebreaker between Turbo and Sydney and Theo and Adrian, and that's going to leave it up to a coin flip. And then if she doesn't, like, basically saying like Turbo's your number one, you can't leave it up to chance. The only way to do that is vote in Yermin Aviv, who's also your friend. So, like, what did you think of Theo kind of putting her on the spot like that?
I wish Theo had the first vote. I think the first vote is very tricky to have. Because I would have loved if he would have gave that entire speech and, she's crying or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Theo says, all right, Turbo and Sydney. And then what if Nani just came back and said, all right, I'm going Olivia. And then there's nothing you can do, like, at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been a lot more cool and a lot more impactful if, like, Nani and Justin were the last team to vote. So it's like, oh, it's 3-2. TJ's going to Nani. You think she's going to tie it up or something, and then Theo kind of stops everybody and, like, makes his big speech. I think that would have been more impactful as opposed to Theo kind of interrupting TJ and saying all this before we start. But I also think, like, this is just one of those challenge moves where I kind of liked it from both sides. Like, I can see where Theo is coming from, where he's just trying to, like, at this point, like, try anything, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
said it. He said it. Like, I know I'm going in. I've gone in 3 times. Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm just trying whatever I can. And then I also, like, from Nani's side, like, not even from, like, a loyalty perspective or anything, but just like I think it was smart for her to stick with the tie, because at the end of the day, what she wanted to do was make her alliance stay intact. And if she votes in Yermin Aviv, that's not happening. Like, the alliance is breaking. And if she votes in Theo and Adrian to create a tie, there's still a 50% chance that the alliance stays, like, fully intact. And obviously that part didn't happen, but I think it was definitely, like, the right move. So all around, I kind of just, like, enjoyed the way it all played out.
Yeah, I mean, Theo's throwing a grenade and just praying, like, he hits. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a smart thing to do. You might as well try to, stir the pot a little bit and see what happens. So, I mean, I feel like that's a vet move, like a Bananas-esque move or a Wes-esque move, like, but
Yeah. Yeah. It fell a little flat, and maybe it's
no, no,
because of
no,
the
no.
tiebreaker and the coin. It
Well, it
fell a
didn't
little
happen.
flat.
Like,
Yeah. Because I think big part of it was because Theo, like, kind of didn't really give a shit, surprisingly. And Theo was just like, Nani, it's fine. Like, just do the vote like you were normally going to do it. Whereas, like, other people who, I don't know, maybe would have taken it a different way, um, I think would have made it a bit more interesting. So it kind of fell flat a little bit.
so this is like a good stopping point before we talk about who got voted in. But before we do, I got some breaking moves. And joining the pod, Andy, where have you been?
Look, I know I've said some things. I know I've said some stuff. This is just a straight hand up. I fucked up. But I fucked up as a result of work. I did not actively put off STP. I got called into some things. I had no choice. As I always say, positive vibes only. But there's no denying I did not get to watch the episode, and I'm not going to be able to contribute tonight. So
You have other work?
Yeah. Isn't this?
Well, the thing is, and you two both know it, the AWLs don't know this, but Burger King has not accepted our sponsorship deal. So, like, I don't know what else to do. So, I honestly, I didn't watch a second. It's unbelievable. It's unacceptable. Tsunami was going to take my place. Come on.
I'm laughing more at Tommy saying Theo for president, and the first response, he's not American. Oh,
God.
that's too funny.
Wow.
Wow. So, Andy, you have not watched anything from tonight. You haven't seen any spoilers. So when I say Banana showed up on tonight's episode,
Watch it.
God.
Yeah. So, unlike some people that will remain nameless, I have to recuse myself of this situation because, in my personal opinion, if you don't watch the EP, you should not be able to participate in the pod. That's just me.
Wait,
But
isn't that what you're doing right now?
no, I'm coming on to say that I messed up. I apologize to the AWLs. I apologize to the rest of my STP co-hosts. If you would allow an LVP, it'd be myself. There's no MVP. It's no longer the, oh, yeah, I'll take Michelle and Olivia. Nope. Just a single LVP pick for myself, unless one of you two take it, and then mine's off the table, which is also totally fair game. That's it.
Wow.
I got to go see what we do with Cooper Flag.
So you are hopping off right now.
Yeah, I think that's what's right.
Wow.
So,
well, Andy, with that being said, thank you for being on Stir the Pod, or as I said earlier to open up tonight's show, BMFEP. It's been an honor to have you as a guest.
you're not wrong.
God.
Happy to be here. I'm going to get some of that fancy cheese, like, ooh, we fancy.
God, okay, don't act like
Watch it.
Wait, can we get DB on the pod? I think we got to get a segment from her tonight. So we can just
Steak nuggets.
yeah, we can just cut Andy and we'll add her in instead. The more all in Burge, as I always say.
Wow.
Power rankings.
I can't even argue it.
Power rankings go DB 1, Alex 2, Andy 3. Actually, George 3, Fenway 4. Fenway probably has more appearances than Alex this season.
Oh, come on.
Didn't you give George LVP?
Yeah, he's earning his stripes.
God. All right. Well,
wait, do you hear that?
We got to keep this thing going.
I think I hear something.
You guys keep it going. Hand up. That's on me. And we're going to learn from this. We're going to get better.
I think you're at 2 strikes, Andy. 2 out of 3 episodes you've missed. I think there's something calling your name if you miss one more. Red Solo Cup. I'll fill you up. I think we need a solo pod.
Wow.
And I think the best
after one more strike per year.
Yes. You have one more strike. And then you're out. So I'm thinking, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. You know, last year we chose a solo pod for Adam Meadows with Anissa. I think we asked the viewers to come up with 10 different solo pods, and we're on here the week before, and we spin a wheel, and whatever it lands on, he has to do.
10?
10 might be a lot, maybe 5. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw some in there.
I like that. I do like that idea. I will abide by what the AWLs and the rest of the board wants to do. However,
maybe a Kenny Santucci LVP episode.
Watch it. You're underestimating how dangerous I can be with 2 strikes.
Oh,
all right.
God.
That's it.
All right.
GG's. Andy, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So where were we?
Where the hell were we?
God, I think we were at the voting. So
they do the coin flip.
Obviously, Ashley was the team voted in. Ashley was last place. The team voted it, or the coin flip was down between Theo, and it was down between Turbo and why am I blanking on the hotness? Sydney, sorry. Coin flip, stupid as fuck. What else is new? So yeah, I mean, we got an elimination between Lashley, I was thinking, and you got one for Turbo and Sydney?
Yeah, I think it's Tidney.
Tidney. All right.
Yeah. So
what did we think about this elimination?
Well, real quick, before we get into elimination, I know we took a long sidetrack there. Has we been on like a month-long cold streak of the club?
Yes.
I mean,
club is gone.
It's so bad. And the problem was, like, I was thinking about how I said like tonight's episode was kind of like a missed opportunity. Another thing is like there wasn't a single thing of content worth discussing that was non daily voting elimination related. Like if we had one thing, like one sort of fight or hookup or something like, and we haven't really had that in a while. So I don't know. It's been a weak spot all season. I feel like.
This has just been a tough stretch for sure, but for the club.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Hopefully, it's back next week. Honestly, dare I say it? Bring back the bunker.
Oh come on! Fuck the bunker.
The bunker was scary.
Bunker sucked. All right, elimination.
Elimination. Give it to me, Alex. What did you think?
So they go into this elimination, Turbo and Sydney versus Leo and Ashley, which I think is it fair to say that's the first like kind of good matchup that we've had since we changed to this chunk of the season. This is the first time where you had two teams that had like legitimate title aspirations. Like every other time, there's been like maybe one team that does, like Leroy and America obviously weren't going to win. Like, and you'd probably say like Leo and Ashley just on paper were the worst team, but they like still could have won it all. Like they were a good team. And so this was kind of the first good matchup we got, and they basically make it a puzzle where we hit on it earlier. Like one person is running, and it's basically just like an endurance thing, and they're running and getting balls, bringing them back, and then as that's happening, the other person's hung up to basically just grab puzzle pieces, and then once the first person is done with the endurance part, they both solve the puzzle together. So this is one that I don't know. This is like something that would have been entertaining. It's like the first or second elimination of the year. I just think you get this far into the season, you have two good ass teams in there, and you just take half of the competitors out, and like they're just like not playing for basically the entire time. I thought that was stupid, and it wasn't terrible, but I just think to use it on this, I think it was really weak.
So Mikey the Doctor brings up a good point, and I was gonna bring this up tonight.
I was gonna say that too.
So killing floor, elimination floor, whatever you call it, where it's actually confined. You see the stuff.
Yeah.
I think this was the first time that an elimination, you technically leave it. The only one I can think of, the one where it was CT versus that little bitch Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have to they were close to running outside of I don't think they did. The one where they had to get all the tires and stuff to like lock the
I think we're the CT and J did not so fast.
With the door?
Where they had to open the door and it was like all the knots around it. Which one are you? Which one is
that's the one I'm talking about. Wait, what was the one with Jay? I thought it was that versus CT where they had to run and hit like a bell or something where it was like almost to the outside. You had to like run to the outside. I think it was still in the area. I got to check the tape and find it.
The one, yeah, I really can't think of the one you're talking about. CT versus J
was locking the door. Like you had to get in the door.
Yeah, and it was all like very clearly all right there. They did not like leave at all.
For some reason, I thought Jay was.
I mean, you kind of have to rule out, going back to the question, is this the first time where they've actually left the area, like the elimination area? I think you have to rule out fresh meat, right? Because they're doing the exiles, they're like running in the woods and stuff. So if you rule that out, I think that might have been like, it felt weird seeing it. It felt weird seeing them like leave the place. The one I just thought of, and I don't think they actually left. Did you find it, or else I'll start?
I wasn't even close with that elimination. But I thought there was one with I'm thinking Jay for some reason hitting a bell.
It was outside of the arena.
It was like pretty damn close outside. I'm seeing him versus Rogan just get killed. So
Yeah.
that
the one that came to my mind just now was War of the Worlds, Wes against Zach. Do you remember that one?
Wait.
It was like it was when Wes beat Zach, and they had to like one person was like in a dark room. And they had to leave to like light it up, and there was like a puzzle that they were solving. I don't know if they actually left the arena or if I'm just picturing them running out of this little makeshift closet that they had. But that came to my mind, so I don't know if they actually left.
Turbo. Tommy, I'm not that the one on 39. They were just running up platform. It wasn't that. For some reason, I thought there was one in the sand. I don't know. I'll do my homework and see if I can find out that elimination that I'm thinking of. I thought it was. I don't know. I could just be an idiot, which doesn't surprise me one bit. So.
Yeah, it's a good point, and it struck me right away as it happened. Like it felt weird. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Tsunami. It was the one where they had to like they were turning off and on lights to solve the puzzle. I just can't remember. I can picture them running away from the crowd, but I don't know if they actually left the arena.
Oh, maybe that's the one I am thinking of, where they're running down and like hitting a button, or like they're like hitting the wall or button, or right?
Yeah, but it was Wes and Zach, not CT.
I don't know why I thought it was. Like I said, I could be an idiot.
No, the one I'm thinking of is Wes and Zach and their partners, and it was like they had like a room that they built where each person was inside of it, and it was dark, and then like the other person had to run out and like hit something to light it up so they could solve a puzzle for like 10 seconds or something. And I just can't remember if they actually left the arena or not, but I don't know. I thought we'll get our stats guy on that.
Beep, boop, pop.
So overall, like, what do you think of the performances and stuff? Because basically, Leo and Lashley jump out to a slight lead. Leo beats Turbo kind of in the endurance portion, and then they get to the puzzle, and Turbo and Sydney are able to just like come back away.
I just thought this elimination. I hate when one person just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the main point.
Wait.
Are you still looking up CT versus J? It was not so fast.
No, I know it wasn't them. Relax. But I'm looking up what Joe Salt said, and this one you definitely do leave the floor. They're sprinting out. I have both.
Where are they going?
They're picking up the pieces. Look at that. Kind of looks like the same arena and same.
Wait, but can't you see them? God, look at Georgia. Wow. What a fucking pull by Joe Salt.
Joe Salt.
How did he come up with that? And then how did you find that clip so quickly?
Don't worry about it. I got my sources.
Joe Salt out of nowhere. MVP maybe.
Honestly, Joe Salt.
Leo and Ashley go home. I think this is the first time we had a good team go home in this part of the season. I'm just going to miss them as a team. I enjoyed watching them. They were like the perfect kind of like scrappy but still good team. I liked Leo. He was a fun rookie who just like didn't give a shit and was like good. And then Ashley just like I remember, coming into the season, Ashley's been away for a few and she definitely has looked older and she's aged a little bit. But I think she kind of fit right back into the challenge house like she had never left. Like I just enjoyed them as a team, and I'm going to miss them.
Yeah, I think I would love to see both back on. Ashley's just a psycho.
She's nuts. But it's like that's this thing. It's like Ashley was away for a few seasons. We missed her, but at the same time, you just move on, and it's not like she was like, you had to have her on every single season. But then she comes back, and it's like you're like, okay, this is what Ashley was. Like she gets drunk. She's almost like 40 now, probably. She gets drunk. She talks shit. Like she's there. She's like still pretty good. And it's just like good having her back. It's like she never left.
How about Leo, 22 years old?
22.
A lot of potential. Hope he comes back. He was fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's just he's like this. That's a great point because like he's fucking 22. The other people in the season are in their 30s and 40s. Like if he wants to, and not saying he totally deserves this just based on one season. Like he needs to keep coming back and keep performing. But like if he does that and wants to like keep doing the challenges, he could be in our lives for the next decade, which is like kind of crazy to say. But like
Who's going to have a longer challenge career? Leo or Johnny Bananas? Like from this moment on.
I mean, probably Bananas, right?
Oh, come on.
I mean, probably Bananas because like you have to think about it like 3 years from now, let's say 3 years, maybe 4 seasons from now, what's more likely? Bananas is still doing it, or I guess what's more unlikely? Like Bananas has stopped, or Leo maybe has like some sort of thing where he's just like, I did a couple seasons, it's fine, I'm not coming back. Like I don't know, Bananas has never stopped.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss both of them, and I think as a the whole point of this season is to bring on half of these new threats and the rookies and to kind of have this new fresh meat cast. And I think Leo was he was a success. And I think we have some successes left that we'll talk about whenever they get eliminated. But I think all in all, like Leo is a good cast member to have on.
Absolutely. Anything else before we get into some segments?
I don't think so. I guess the one thing that kind of went through my mind tonight and last week is basically like we are getting to the end. We have 7 teams left. You probably think that 4 of them are going to make the final. So now we're at the point where more teams that are left are going to make the final than not make the final. We also have kind of the alliance, which is shaking out to, I think, it's weird because the upstairs alliance still has the numbers. It's still 4-3, but they lost a number tonight because of the whole first and last thing. So they still have the numbers, but yeah, like we are kind of getting there. We should only have 3 eliminations left. So, over half the are making the final.
Insane. I can't believe we only have. Do we only have like 5 episodes left?
I don't know. It's got to be right around there.
7 people left. Next
7.
episode, 6 people left. Next episode, 5 people left. Next episode, finale. I mean, I'm giving an extra episode before the reunion.
I think it'd probably be 5 or 6.
Thanksgiving might be the last one.
But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Damn.
All right, so we get into some segments.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, first segment tonight we have this day in challenge history. So, quick little trivia question. On this day in challenge history, the only other episode was the finale of the island. Who were the 4 people on the losing boat of the island?
Losing boat. So Paula.
Yep.
I know. Wasn't Brad. I'm thinking of the guy's face. I can see it. It's not Brad. I can see his face though. Danny?
No.
I thought Danny was for some reason.
No, Danny wasn't even on that season.
2 guys, 2 girls?
1 guy. It was not Dunbar, Mikey. So it was weird because the final episode actually had like 12 people because you had the 4 people on the winning boat, you had the 4 people on the losing boat, and then there were 4 people who got like chopped off and didn't have a key, and Dunbar was one of them. But Paula had a key. She was on the boat. Any other guesses for the final 3?
Blow me.
We had I think Kellyanne was one of the people who got chopped off. She did not go. But it was Paula, Robin, Jen with 2 N's, and Ryan, who was on last episode.
Mm.
There we go. Yeah, so I mean, so think about that. You compare Paula, Robin, Ryan, and Jin to Kenny, Bananas, Evelyn, and Derek. Like that is just like that second boat was just like, and we all knew it. They were kind of laughing about it, I think, when they started to sail off. Like that was one of the most lopsided like teams you could have in a final ever.
Paula crying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They did her dirty.
They did.
Yeah.
Bananas got her back though.
All right,
All right.
MVP, LVP.
Yeah, let's do it.
You guys know what to do. First order of tonight's will be the MVP, LVP. I think
it's gonna be me, you.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be me, you.
Come on. Any other guesses out there?
Blank spot. I think somebody's gonna go. Oh, well, Trevor Alex is the order, so me, you was correct. My MVP tonight. This is tough. There's not really a good winner, I feel like. My MVP tonight. I don't like this first pick now that I think about it. This could be the longest dragged out MVP, LVP of all time. I am going to say my MVP tonight is Nani.
Okay.
And it's Nani because she's safe. Yes, she had her little cry moment, which was awesome to see. Her freaking out. Her also freaky with Will. And her boy Turbo coming back as well. So everything, and obviously she lost Ashley, but she's in a better of alliance with Turbo and Sydney than Ashley is. So I should say Lashley is. So I just think Nani had like a fun episode tonight. Like we kind of got it all from her. So Nani's my MVP.
Yeah, I think Nani's a good pick, and I think really like, and she said it early on in this episode where she was talking about all the people that are kind of protecting her. Like, she's just in a good spot because she's part of this alliance that even after tonight still has the numbers. Theo, who's part of their alliance, but like, or sorry, Turbo, who's part of their alliance, is basically like Nani is like the team that he would protect over anybody, even still after tonight. Like, he loves Nani. And then she's fucking Will, so like Will and Olivia are never gonna like send them in. Like Nani is just in like a really good spot. So I like that pick. And like you said, now that I'm up, there's not a like ton of great MVP picks tonight. So Nani's a good one. I'm gonna go with Theo.
Ooh, okay.
And there were a couple times tonight where he was kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, like Theo kind of brought some life to this episode. He made something out of nothing. He made a move that it didn't save him because Nani didn't really fall for it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Theo had gone into 3 eliminations in 4 weeks. He gets kind of saved for this one because of the tie, because basically his alliance did what they needed to do. Like nobody got first, nobody got last. They got the numbers. They were able to tie it. And then the coin flip goes his way, which is just like a total luck thing, but it worked out in his favor. And, the fact that he's still here and, Olivia's still here and their alliance still has kind of those 3 teams. I'm just going to give it to Theo. I think he came out on top tonight.
Good pick. LVP tonight, who you got?
LVP is pretty easy. I knew it instantly. I knew it the second it landed in the pool. I'm going with the coin flip. Just it's embarrassing that we are on the 41st season of this show. We're on what, like the 8th season that we've done these recaps for. It's 2025, and they have no better way of breaking a tie than to flip a coin. That is the dumbest. Like, I'm embarrassed for the show to have to tell people like, hey, I watched the challenge last night, and they're like, oh, I don't keep up with that show anymore. Is it good? It's like, yeah, like, last night they actually had a tiebreaker. It's like, oh, how did they decide it? Did they go 1-on-1? Did somebody else do something? It's like, no. And then you're like, okay, well, are you going to tell me, like, how did they decide it? It's like, yeah, TJ, the host who's been on for 20 seasons, flipped a fucking coin in the pool, and it was tails. Like, that's so stupid.
If it's a tie, what I don't understand, why not just have the whole running up the mountain thing?
Oh, like
Can't
the
we?
staking your claim?
Yeah, it's like a duel. Like, can't we just do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, or even like the thing that happened tonight. Has TJ ever done this where it's a tie, and instead of like actually going through the second round of voting and making everybody cast the vote again, he just kind of said like, does anybody want to change? And nobody said anything. Right?
Yeah.
Like, they usually don't do that. Usually he'll be like, okay, we're going to do this again. Nani, what's your vote? And then they'll go through it, and ultimately everybody will keep their votes the same. But for him to just like have an open question to the group of saying like, does anybody want to switch? That was so stupid. Nobody's ever done that before.
So dumb. All right. My LVP time. I wish I had a coin to flip for my
Come on.
LVP. So I'm gonna flip my phone. I'm gonna have touchscreen flips. So this is gonna be heads. This is gonna be tails. All right.
Why don't you just ask Siri?
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah, you just tell him to flip a coin.
Okay. Wait. So here's what I'm going off of. I'm debating on two things. I can go back-to-back puzzles, as we all know, or I can go Andy straight up. So heads will be Andy, tails will be puzzles. Okay?
Okay.
Siri, flip a coin for me. Oh, it didn't respond. But it said it's heads. Where'd it go? It said it's heads. So wait, what was heads? Andy was heads.
I think that's Andy.
So Andy's my LVP tonight. I mean, 2 out of 3 episodes. It's just not good enough. You're either with us or you're against us. I mean, he's closer with fucking, what was it called? He's closer with what's the word I'm looking for? What's the fucking Maniac podcast?
Oh, fucking Jaeger and those idiots.
Yeah, he's more in line with those clowns than with us. I mean, he's probably bought a T-shirt with that fucking idiot Derek on his face going, what's his son's name?
Isn't it awesome?
Zerg? I don't know. Something like that. Yes? I don't know. This is something fucking stupid. Andy's just pissing me off. I mean, he comes in here, oh, guys, it was work. I'm sorry. I mean, like, you either take the shit seriously or we'll find somebody else who will take it seriously.
And think about this. So what was tonight? 14?
Yeah.
So he missed episode 14 and 12. That's when you need to grind it out. That is like,
come on, hey, timeout. You can't be saying that shit. I'm calling it
skipping 12 and 14.
I'm calling it timeout there because there's no fucking way you can say that after what I went through last season.
You just cannot be skipping these types of episodes. These are when you grind it out.
Unbelievable. That was good. That was very funny. So,
honorable mentions. I think none, right?
Honorable mentions, none.
Who are you between?
I was between puzzles.
Puzzles. Yeah, puzzles is another one.
2 puzzles? 3 puzzles.
What's the deal with them trying to act like Turbo's so sick? What the hell is that?
I don't know. I think he got a little chilly.
He's so
I don't know.
weird.
God. Those old clips of Turbo, I kind of forgot. He
Oh,
was
they're
kinda
awesome.
Oh, come on.
Turbo, Theo, and Wes all at the final. That's so fucking smirk.
Yeah.
I just, we're wrapping up here. Like tonight's episode, thought it could have been a lot better, but I mean, we really are. We're right there. I mean, think about it. Like after next week, somebody goes home. That's going to be 6 teams. I think you might get the first TJ. Like he's not going to tell them that they're going to the final or anything, but it's going to be the first time in the season. I feel like usually they have 2 or 3 where they show the cast and they're all kind of like leaning forward, like being like, "Oh, TJ, tell us we're moving" or something, and then he says like, "I'll see you guys tomorrow." Like I feel
Yeah.
like we're getting close to that. The first moment of that next week, maybe the week after.
No, I think we're definitely in range for that now. That's so funny you say that. Sorry, did you hear that?
Kind of.
Something came up on my screen.
Yeah, I think somebody's gonna go home next week. Hopefully, Nisa and TJ is gonna say like, I hope I know you guys can smell the final. You can smell my final. It's almost here, or something
How
like
many
that.
episodes do we think the final is going to be?
I think 2.
2? Better be.
I think it was 3 a couple seasons ago, wasn't it?
I don't
We
know
did
how
the
many I got left in me, Teach.
100-hour final.
God, the 100-hour final is one of the funniest things because they literally like what? They started the final and it said like what 87 or whatever it was. Like as soon as they like, so stupid.
It started out with like a 3-hour car ride.
Yeah, it was like 97. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then they took like a nap. Oh, 100-hour final. The one in was it War of the Worlds? The one in the sand. That one sucked.
Yeah, they showed that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. So, alrighty. Well, anything else from tonight's podcast that we got?
I think I'm good.
All good. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for listening to a brand new BMFE podcast. I've been your host, Trevor. You can follow us on Twitter at BMFEP. You can follow us on Instagram at BMFE_P. Love you guys. Shout out Duffy. Shout out Mason. Shout out George. Go to bed.